Rockeyez would like to welcome Vic Rivera, Adrian Gale. Hey, man, what's up? What's going on?
Brian, what's up? Long time no talk, so
Oh, yeah.
good to hear your voice.
Good. 20 independent releases since 2000. Are you amazed?
Who's 20 and me?
Yeah, that's what your website tells me.
Yes, something like that. Yeah, well, I think the pictures are up there to prove it. So, yeah, it's really weird. I never thought I would be, doing something that would, allow me to just put out so much of my art and other people's art as well, because it's not just my music that I've worked on. I've, done, whether it's a hired songwriter or just a hired musician, albums for, a number of people, and it's pretty trippy.
Cool. Now, the first Adrian Gale was Feel the Fire in 2000. You continued to 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, and then, you took a little time off for other projects and stuff like that, and now you're back in 2013 with a new album coming, Sucker Punch. Can you tell me anything about that?
Yeah, it's, John Kibble and I had actually, we've always been friends, and he just, we broached the subject of resurrecting Adrian Gale several times, but the timing never seemed to be right. And, of course, we did the Crunch thing, doing the Adrian Gale stuff, because it was just, like I said, the timing was never really right, and it just happened that this time around, John and I really sat down and spoke about it, and, had a great conversation and say, yeah, let's resurrect this thing. So, it's been a lot of fun getting, from the germination of this thing in John's and mine, thought process to getting it to where it is right now, which is, almost done. We're in the mixing phases of the record right now. It's kind of, it's really fun.
Cool.
And it's always been fun, but I think this time around it's even more fun because, we've got some new band members who are actually, old friends of ours, and, having Eddie back is great. Scott Miller was never fired.
Right.
Let's go on record. He's still an honorary member of the band. It's just that, we wanted to resurrect the, basically the classic version of it, and people were asking for that. So, but got nothing but love for Scott Miller. There's going to be actually a surprise, with Scott, with Adrian Gale, recording-wise, coming up. It's not going to be on the Sucker Punch record, but he will be making another appearance with us recording-wise, so stay tuned for that.
Great. You also released one song already, When I Said You'd Be the One. Can you tell me anything about that? Why'd you release that particular song compared to anything else you started working on?
Well, the funny thing was, that was the last song I wrote for this record, and initially I actually hated it. I'm like, it was just one of those things where like, we need another song. I had, to put at least 11 songs on this record, and I wrote it, and, it was good. But until I actually wrote the vocal hook, I was like, oh, wow, oh, yeah, this is actually still, not too bad. And then John heard it, and he just flipped. Totally, head over heels over it, and he said, this is the best song I've heard from you in a while. This is great. And that's basically how it got selected as the lead-off single, because it just, once the vocal melodies got in place, and I started working on the lyrics, and then Jamie and I collaborated to get the rest of the lyrics together. As a matter of fact, I actually threw Jamie most of the song to just have him put his touch on it, and it just worked out into something really great. And we said, yeah, you know what, it's a tune that's not too far removed from what we used to do, on the other albums, but it's definitely, it definitely sounds like a little bit, forward progress. So, John, I'm glad he selected this for the lead-off single.
Right. Now, for a little while you were, I guess took a hiatus from music. What did you concentrate during that period?
When was this? What?
Like, all of a sudden, you were all over the place, and then you were gone for like a year or so. And
actually, I don't think I was gone for a year or so. I had actually worked on, let's go back to 2010. Well, yeah, you're right. I was, the initial plan was to work on the Crunch stuff, but then, like I said, we had, John Kibble and I had actually, discussed bringing up Adrian Gale again, so that was in the works.
Right.
But I had worked on Jeremy Hunsicker's solo record, And I also worked on a record for a guy named Damon Kelly, who is his former act was Rock Karma, which was his act basically. And I did his solo record.
Right.
And I also did the Jeremy Hunsicker record. So I mean, I was active. I just wasn't putting out, a hell of a lot of product. And the Damon Kelly record only got released, I think it was just last month.
Right.
So, I had been working on that, and, then working for a lot of local clients. But, personally, just working on my own stuff and stockpiling the stuff and saying sooner or later this is going to, see the light of day, obviously, when I get my rear-ending gear. So that's what I've been up to for the last couple of years,
Great. And Crunch is over with now, or what?
Well, Crunch is, we're back to being Adrian Gale, so I guess it doesn't make sense to, we're Crunchy Adrian Gale. It's Adrian Gale is back, and we're, we couldn't be happier. Everybody seems so revitalized, and Jamie and I were discussing it, and Jamie said it best. He said, "I'm in this for the long haul." And I said, "That's great to hear." So, and everybody seems to be really, really eager to, obviously play the show that's coming up in Chicago, Arlington Heights, actually, in September, because that's going to be the debate of our new album, and we'll see where it goes from there. But we're all excited. We're all ready to, have some fun with this.
Cool. And anybody who pre-orders the CD gets a signed copy?
That's correct.
Cool. And where can they get that?
Well, it'll be at Melodic Rock Fest 3 in Arlington Heights at the Home Bar.
Cool. Now, you also have your own website. Can you tell me anything? I know it's a work in progress, but what can people expect to read on there?
Well, you can expect to read, just basically who I am, what I do, what I've done, and, there's a couple of little tidbits in there. Basically, I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I keep that just to the very end of my descriptive thing. So if anybody who's a Star Wars fan, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've sold more stuff than most people have ever had in their lifetime, from my personal collection, but I still have some stuff left. So, I regretted doing it, but, sometimes you got to liquidate some stuff to, keep things moving forward, and, there you go.
Right.
And with, it's, as you said, it is a work in progress. Jamie Rowe, as a matter of fact, is my webmaster. It's just that, between the projects that I've done and working for, a lot of local clients in my studio, which the details of my studio are on the website, of course. It's Red 5 Studios here in the Bronx, New York. With everything that's going on, I really haven't had the time to give it the proper attention, and I should, because, it's like anything else I do, it's a labor of love, and it lets people know who I am and what I do and what I can do for them,
Right.
And from my studio point of view anyway, and then from my artistic side, if it turns people on to not just my stuff, but, the many talented people that I've worked with over the years, because let me tell you something, I've worked with a lot of really, really, truly talented people who, I'm lucky to have done that. So, they're all deserving of recognition as well. Jeremy Hunsicker, the Liberty and Justice Project with Justin Murr and J.K. Northrup. Really great stuff.
Cool. When you finally decided that Adrian Gale would come back from the dead, how long?
So we're zombies now?
Not yet. I'm sure there was many discussions and stuff, and when you finally started writing the music and the lyrics, when did that actually start?
Oh, God, maybe a year and a half ago, the initial discussions start, and again, it was just one of those things where, I was busy working on, I think it was the Damon Kelly thing with it. Yeah, it was right around that time that, John and I, we'd been talking, just, hey, let me hit you guys up with this, and Jamie and I said, yeah, you know what, if you're game, I'm game, and I'm like, if I'm game, you're game, and I said, let me get on the horn with Eddie. I'm like, Eddie, you want to check this out? Let's see if we can resurrect this, and Eddie was all over it, so, say maybe a little over a year ago.
Right. Is everything finished, or?
No, I'm in the mixing phase right now, so it's obviously, getting close. I'm on track to finish mixing by the by the middle of August, if not a little bit earlier than that. And then, obviously it's got to go to press and everything, but it's going to be ready in time for release as we've been advertising, and Andrew McNeese has been advertising for the Melodic Rock Fest 3 festival.
Cool. And
So,
you also have a new bass player and a new drummer?
Yep, new to the world, but very old old friends of Eddie and mine. The bass player, Matt Mahoney, Eddie and I used to play with him in a local band, just, cover band that we used to have fun with. And, Lee Nelson is a really, really fantastic drummer who's played with Eddie, with Ray West, and he has a band, Spiders, that he's played with, that has toured, and both guys are really top-notch musicians. And again, what makes it really great is these guys are longtime friends who, when you work with people for a long time and have to look for a new rhythm section or new personnel, it's never an easy task, because you're so used to working with particular people, but then you're not working with these people anymore, and then all of a sudden you have to fill some big shoes, especially with people who play as well as we've had some great rhythm sections, but I think this one definitely stands up there with them as probably the best we've had.
Right. Now, your coming out party will be at Melodic Rock 3. How'd that work out? Did Andrew contact you, or did you contact him, or how'd that go down?
Well, it was a combination of John Kibble and Andrew, just kind of pitching it and saying, listen, we want to, we're ready to have you guys play Melodic Rock Fest 3. You're going to be putting this new album out. Let's do this. And what better way to unveil, the new band, and or should I say the resurrected band, and to have you guys make a big splash here. And we said, yeah. So going forward from there, I'm sure we're going to have a lot more live opportunities. But we're all very thankful to Andrew and John for setting this up so that we could say, hey guys, we're back. And so there it is.
Great. Now, this ain't a one-album deal, right?
Oh, no. Like Jamie said, we're in it for the long haul, and let's put it this way: it'll depend on whether the fans want us or not.
Right.
I'm hoping that the album has some really great songs. As a matter of fact, they're all great. So I'm pretty confident that everybody will like it, and we're ready to go forward from here, and definitely more records and more live appearances for sure.
Right. And how's your working relationship with Mr. Kibble?
Oh, great. It's it's been such a breath of fresh air to come back and work with a guy who I've known for so long. And like I said, we hadn't worked together in a while because I had been so busy doing other things, and it's just kind of it's a renewed purpose. We sat down and really discussed, okay, this is if we're going to do this, how are we going to do this? And it was just, everything has been really, really smooth and by the numbers in the best possible terms. And it's been great.
Right. What's your major goal for Adrian Gale?
Wow. I guess just to have, make sure that we're having a good time, and keep bringing some quality music to the fans, who, of course, we wouldn't be anywhere without them.
Right.
In a lot of aspects, when we were going forward with Crunch, people were loving what we did as Adrian Gale and saying we want to hear more of that. So, and of course, me being so busy with other things, unfortunately never got to get Crunch out of the ground. But just as I'm starting to get ready to do that, that's when John came calling, and I said, you know what, let's resurrect Adrian Gale. Like, he made the suggestion, we talked about it, and that's what we want to do.
Cool.
We want to be there for the fans who have been there for us, and at the same time, fulfill our, artistic and, need to get out and play for the fans.
Right. And I also think Andrew must really respect you guys, because, you're pretty close to the headliner band on the set list in order.
Yeah, well, I guess our reputation precedes us. We've done a couple of really good live shows, well, a little more than that, but, we've done a few good live shows, and, that Andrew thinks that highly of us, I'm really humbled, and, we have a lot to live up to, and I think we're going to, live up to that and more, and just, we're really looking forward to playing for everybody. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to see a lot of old friends that we haven't seen in God knows forever, including you, who, Jesus, you're in the next state over from me. We shouldn't have to go to friggin' Chicago to see each other, dude.
I guess well, we will be, so, we'll definitely hook up. We're staying at the same hotel and everything else. I mean, I haven't seen you in a year or so.
It's been maybe, a little bit over a year.
Yeah. But it's good to talk to you.
But seriously, you live in New Jersey. I live in New York. We got to go to Chicago to hang? Come on, we got to fix that.
We both work. And work hard, too. We got a lot of things to support. You got your band. I got my family. You got your family. It's a tough world out there.
Agreed.
So is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we close?
Let me see. I've got this rash. No, I'm only kidding.
I know Liberty and Justice is doing live shows now. Are you partaking in any of that?
I am not. Justin and J.K. Listen, just J.K. Yeah, J.K. Northrup.
Right.
Decided that this is not anything bad, that they wanted to take it from being a collaboration project with Hired Guns on every record,
right,
and make a live band out of it. So they've got our close friend Eric Ragnow is playing keyboards, and God, loath as I am to admit this, I can't remember who the singer is, but
right.
I'm really anxious to see what this band is going to do live and get out, because they're the pedigree speaks for itself. That they've got some great songs. Justin has said, by no means is our relationship over. He says you can write for Liberty and Justice anytime you want. I
right.
Said, hey, I'm still down for that, but I'm going to be the first fan in line to see you guys, because I'm friends with all these guys, and they're great people, and I wish them the best of luck, and I hope that I do get to write some more stuff for them, because it's been nothing but fun when I write with Justin. He's a really good guy, and we have a superb writing relationship together, and let's see what they can do too.
Very cool, very cool. Well, congratulations on Sucker Punch and Adrian Gale playing Melodic Rock 3 in Chicago. And you have any parting words?
No, thanks to all the fans out there who make this possible, and thanks to my bandmates, and thanks to John and John Kibble and Andrew McNeese, and to you for reaching out to hear my rambling.
It's good to talk to you.
That's it, buddy.
It's good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you too.
Bye-bye.